Most women who don't get rich aren't failing at what they do. They're holding on to what they refuse to let go. Ideas, habits, people, strategies that have already given all they could, but still take up too much space on the path to growth. And if you're taking 2025 seriously, if you truly believe this can be your year of financial breakthrough, then you need to face a truth. Growth isn't just about what you build. It's first about what you release. What I learned from following women who reached their first million is that wealth starts with letting go. Swiftly, strategically, without drama. Because you can't become a new woman with old habits. You can't climb carrying emotional baggage, societal guilt, distractions disguised as obligations. In this video, you'll discover the 10 behaviors, mindsets, and choices you need to abandon urgently if you want to finish 2025 as a millionaire. And this isn't theory. It's practical, real, based on women who have already done it, and today reap the rewards of the lightness only those who let go of what doesn't serve can achieve. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel now. Because what's coming next isn't motivation. It's a call for you to make space for the millionaire version of yourself that's trying to be born in there. 1. Let go of the belief that working hard equals building wealth. How many times have you heard that working hard was enough? That giving your all, always being busy, juggling 1,000 tasks was synonymous with success? Here's the truth. Working hard without strategy only leaves you exhausted, not wealthy. A woman who hit her first million in 2024 told me, "I used to work 14-hour days. I was always tired, always overwhelmed. I only started to truly grow when I swapped effort for direction. I focused on what paid, what scaled, what moved the needle." These women learn early. Not all effort pays off, and not all busyness builds. They abandon the idea that the more they do, the more they deserve, and they replace it with a clear rule. The more strategic, the more results. They optimize, delegate, automate, prioritize. They work intensely, but always with a focus on ROI, return on investment, of time, energy, and attention. Are you getting tired or are you building something? Comment, "I trade effort for strategy," if you understand that it's not about doing a lot. It's about doing what really matters. 2. Let go of the need to please everyone. This is one of the most expensive addictions a woman can keep. The desire to be accepted, approved, validated by everyone. While you try to please family, friends, colleagues, and Instagram, you're wasting energy that should be used for growth. A woman who now invests in 5 companies said boldly, "My growth accelerated when I started listening more to my plan and less to opinions." And yes, that drove some people away, but it brought me closer to my freedom. These women understood there's no success in over-diplomacy. You won't be able to grow exponentially trying to fit into everyone's expectations. You'll need to say no. You'll be judged. You'll disappoint those who expected you to be more available. They let go of the nice girl role. They're not rude. They're objective. They decide based on criteria, not on neediness. They know the woman who wants to be loved by all will never be respected as an authority. Are you building your path or editing your life to fit into others' screens? Comment, "I don't trade my vision for approval," if this hit you right where you needed it. 3. Let go of the habit of starting and never finishing. The woman who wants to hit $1 million before 2025 ends needs to break the cycle of excitement, followed by abandonment once and for all. Starting new projects, courses, ideas, businesses, and dropping everything at the first obstacle. This is one of the most costly and common habits. An entrepreneur who succeeded with digital launches told me, "Before it worked out, I had to commit to finishing one thing. A single product, a single cycle, a single strategy. My first million didn't come from the new thing. It came from completing what I started." These women have a silent rule. They only start what they're willing to sustain. They don't fall in love with ideas. They fall in love with execution. And they know nothing produces results without continuity. They don't hop from mentor to mentor. They don't redo their website 10 times. They don't throw everything away at each setback. They refine what exists. They improve, adjust, persist, until it generates real return. Do you want to get rich? Start fewer things. Finish more. Comment here, "I finish before I innovate," if you understood that depth generates money, not variety. See, let go of the fear of speaking up. The woman who reaches her first million isn't the one hiding behind whatever works. She's the one who learns to say exactly what she thinks, clearly, confidently, and without fear of upsetting those who can't handle her strength. A business owner in the legal field once told me, "Yes, I got criticized for speaking up, but I also gained clients' respect and authority. When I started speaking with confidence, my income doubled in 4 months. People pay for clarity, not neutrality. These women let go of the fear of being too much. They stop softening their opinions, stop prefixing everything with "I think," and stop apologizing for being powerful. They know that if you don't speak with authority, you won't be remembered, much less hired. They talk about prices firmly, present their services with conviction, share bold content, negotiate like bosses, decide with precision. Because growth demands presence, and presence demands courage. Are you dimming your power just to keep others comfortable? Comment. My clarity is worth more than others' comfort, if you got the message loud and clear. 5. Let go of the guilt of wanting more money. This is one of the heaviest invisible weights holding ambitious women back. Guilt over wanting wealth, wanting big income, a comfortable life, heavy investments, real freedom. As if that desire were vanity, greed, or a man's thing. An investment mentor told me, the day I stopped apologizing for wanting to be rich, everything changed. I used to feel guilty for growing, while others were still struggling. Then I realized, the best way to help is to become strong, financially, emotionally, and strategically. These women free themselves from the belief that money is dirty, dangerous, or selfish. They see money as a tool, a resource, a bridge. They know the more money you have, the more decisions you control, the more impact you create, the more space you gain to say no to what no longer serves. They abandon inherited narratives like, rich women are arrogant, you shouldn't want too much, charging high prices is arrogant, and they replace them with a more strategic, grown-up vision. Money in the right hands changes lives, yours included. Are you growing, or still trying to shield yourself from the guilt of prosperity? Comment. I allow myself to be rich if this part lifted a weight you didn't even realize you were carrying. 6. Let go of the belief that you need to know everything before starting. Waiting until you're 100% ready is a clever trap. It feels responsible, but it's just fear in disguise. And the women who flip the script before 2025 ends stop demanding perfection before action. They start with what they know and learn along the way. One of the founders of an online marketing school said, my first course was filmed on an old phone with content I'd rewrite today. But if I hadn't launched it, I never would have grown. The second was better. The third made multiple six figures. And it all started before I felt ready. These women act with imperfect courage. They don't fake expertise, but they trust they'll evolve by doing. They know no one respects those who only plan. Respect comes from delivery, from results, from consistency, not perfection. They trade perfectionism for momentum. They know the rich woman of 2025 won't emerge from a version paralyzed by fear of failure. She'll rise from bold action and smart adjustments. Are you still waiting for the training, the certificate, the validation? Or will you build the path with what you've got? Comment. I take action even when I don't feel ready, if this point nudged you out of your comfort zone. 7. Let go of emotional urgency and embrace strategic urgency. There's a huge difference between rushing and moving with urgency. Rushing is fueled by anxiety, impulsive, messy, desperate. Urgency is fueled by decision, quiet, structured, non-negotiable. And women who hit their million before December know exactly which pace to follow. One of them, a personal branding strategist, said, in the beginning, I wanted everything yesterday. I rushed to launch, posted without a plan, accepted every client. I was burned out and broke. When I adopted structured urgency, weekly goals, strategic deliverables, a review routine, everything changed. These women drop the childish urge for instant results. But they don't confuse that with slowness. They build 90, 180, 365-day plans, and they follow them with the precision of someone who knows every day counts. They do less, better, and more consistently. They know the woman ending the year with solid wealth isn't spinning her wheels. She's moving in a straight line. Are you running in circles or moving forward with purpose? Comment. I act with urgency, not desperation, if you understand that rhythm beats speed every time. 8. Let go of comparison as a daily habit. Few things sabotage a woman's growth more silently than constant comparison, with the friend who's already earning big, the influencer who blew up, or the competitor who seems flawless. And if you're serious about ending 2025 as a millionaire, this habit has to go. An entrepreneur who became a go-to in female consulting told me, I spent more time watching others grow than building my own path. Once I stopped comparing and started applying with focus, I did in 6 months what I hadn't in 2 years. These women understand that looking outward too much drains your inner power. They curate what they consume. They follow people who inspire, not pressure. And above all, they don't turn other people's success into an attack on their self-worth. They know every woman has her own timing, her own structure, her own process. Real focus only begins when you stop comparing and start committing. Want to grow? Measure by your own standards. Build at your pace, with strategy, not comparison. Are you feeling inspired or paralyzed by what you see on your feed? Comment. I focus on my own path. If this habit needs to leave your routine so growth can truly begin. 9. Let go of the need for total control. One of the biggest traps for smart, capable women is believing they have to do everything alone, and perfectly. But 2025's millionaires know. Growth requires collaboration, delegation, and trust in the process. An entrepreneur who scaled her fashion business in 6 months said, "At first, I did everything, from the photos to customer service. I almost lost it. When I finally started letting go, delegating, and trusting others to help, the business took off. My need for control was holding me back." These women ditch the myth of being all-powerful. They understand that holding on too tightly out of fear of mistakes is what blocks the next level. So they hire help, automate, build systems, trust their team, trust the process. Most importantly, they realize freedom doesn't come from having control over everything. It comes from the structure that lets things run without them burning out. Are you truly growing, or just micromanaging everything until it crashes? Comment, I let go to expand. If you got that letting go of control is how you make room for the extraordinary. 10. Let go of your old self. And finally, the hardest and most necessary release. Letting go of the version of yourself that brought you here, but won't take you further. The one who settles for less, who delays the things she knows need doing, who hides behind polished excuses. A finance mentor turned industry icon once told me, I had to bury the woman who doubted everything. The one who needed validation. The one who self-sabotaged to be liked. I did it quietly, and the version that emerged gave me freedom, clarity, and multiple 7 figures. This transformation doesn't come from a motivational post. It happens within, when you decide to stop carrying what no longer aligns with the millionaire you're becoming. These women let go of the fear of seeming arrogant, the shame of asking for more, the scarcity mindset, the victim narrative, the craving for outside approval. They choose themselves. Stand tall, reinvent, and they do it quietly, until the world has no choice but to notice. Are you ready to leave behind the woman you've already outgrown? Comment, I leave my old self in the past, if this part was the farewell you didn't know you needed. Often, what separates you from the millionaire woman you want to become isn't what's missing, it's what's in excess. Excess distraction. Excess people. Outdated beliefs. Overload. Now you know exactly what needs to go for the next 6 months to elevate your game. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to allow the woman within to rise, the one who's been stifled by habits that no longer serve you. So the question is, will you finish 2025 the same way, or start letting go today of what's holding you back? Comment, I let go to grow in 2025, if this script was the push you needed to flip the switch. And if it hit home, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a woman you know is ready, but still stuck in what she needs to release. Because growth isn't about doing more. It's about carrying less and building what matters with excellence.